As we know, foundation is our friend. And I've got a hack for you today that's going to transform the way your foundation looks on your skin. It's going to make it look absolutely flawless. It's actually great for foundation on skin of any age, but particularly for women over 50, which I am, because we have particular problems that we need to overcome with our foundation, and this really helps with that. It literally takes minutes to do, probably even just 1 minute, and you only need one piece of equipment, which I'm sure you will already have, so it's definitely a win. I'm going to help you to transform your foundation into a beautiful, flawless finish. So hi, I'm Julie and welcome to Still Sassy, the channel where we talk about all things makeup, mindset and skincare for women over 50. I would love it if you could subscribe to this channel and also like this video if you're enjoying it. Thank you. So I don't have any foundation on at the moment. I have done some base, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But for a minute, let's just think about what the problem is with foundation for women over 50. Why is it different to when we were 20 or 30 or 40? Well, as you get older, of course, your skin changes. It can become drier or oilier. You've got menopausal skin going on. We get wrinkles, we get age spots. Skin's not as tight as it used to be. And all those things can affect our base, our foundation. So your foundation may end up looking cakey. It may not cover correctly. You might have patches here and there. So uneven coverage is an issue. You might also find that it doesn't last as long as it perhaps did when you were younger, and you need to work harder at making it stay there all day so that when you're out and about you don't have to be doing lots of touching up. You may have other issues with your foundation, of course, and if you have, I'd love you to tell me in the comments below what you have going on when you put foundation on your face, and then I can try and help you if I think there's a technique that's going to help. It's safe to say with all that going on, with perhaps your foundation looking cakey or flaky or not covering properly, it can bring about a loss of confidence in how we look. You know, we want to go out into the world thinking we look fab, which obviously we do. And obviously that's the case too whether you wear foundation or not, but if you're wearing foundation, you want to know it looks the best it can. Luckily, this game-changing foundation hack is going to help you feel much more confident. Now, I can't talk about foundation without talking about prep first. Whatever hack you use is not really going to work if your skin isn't the best it can be before you put your foundation on. So before I jumped onto this video, I've done my full routine for today. About an hour ago maybe, my morning routine. I'll be doing it again tonight in the evening. However, if I put my foundation on without doing my routine, it wouldn't look as nice as I want it to be. That's when you may get some cakiness, you may get some flaking, because your skin just isn't prepped to take the foundation. So as a minimum, you should be using moisturiser and sunscreen. But the more you can do, the better your skin is going to be. And we talk all the time about skincare routines here on this channel and on lots of other channels, and it really is important to make your skin look amazing, also to help it age less quickly. So as you can see, I've got no foundation on my skin at the moment. I have though primed my skin like I would if I was putting foundation on anyway. And to do that, I've used Bobbi Brown's Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And I've used that all over, and it's just a gorgeous cream. It's like a moisturiser but a bit more, and it makes your skin feel really soft and tacky, ready for the makeup to go on top. I've also used the Sculpted by Aimee Beauty Base, which I've talked about before. This colour is Pearl, and I've just used that on my cheeks here just to give me a little bit of glow in that sort of area, because it's lovely to look nice and glowy there. And then also I haven't done my concealer yet underneath my eyes. I have applied some of this MAC Prep and Prime, and this is in the colour Radiant Rose. And I've done that just to hide some of the darkness under my eye area. This is sort of a highlighting product, but what it's doing is just calming down the darkness that I've got under there, just taking away some of that shadow. And I really like it, I have to say. I use it quite a lot. But that's it. I've got nothing else on. No eyeshadow, no brows, nothing. I'm just bare. Alright then, let's do this. The foundation I've chosen for this is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and this is in the shade Santa Fe, which is my shade. Now this is a medium coverage buildable foundation, but it is gorgeous. It's very illuminating, makes your skin look lovely. But of course, even though it's medium coverage, you don't have to cake it on. You could put a light layer on and then build it up to where you want it to be. Just make it as you want it to be. However, this hack will work with any foundation that you choose. Now I'm going to apply this foundation with a brush. This is the Bobbi Brown full coverage base, which is a little bit misleading because it makes it sound like I'm going to get this massive full coverage type of foundation on there. But that's not true. I use this for all my foundations, even if I'm using just a skin tint or something much lighter. You need something that's quite dense, I find, for foundation. This is one of my favourites. It's thick and dense. Some people like to use a fluffy brush, some people like to use a flat brush. I have had good results with a flat brush putting foundation on, and I do reach for that from time to time, but something like this is more my thing at the moment anyway. Obviously you change your mind as time goes on. And I'm going to put foundation on my hand, on the back of my hand, and then I work it straight into my brush. So I'm just dipping my brush into there. And then once I've got enough on my brush, but without it being overkill, I start putting it on. Just going to look in my mirror. Always start from the centre of your face because that's where you usually need most coverage. And then I just spread that out from there. Try not to swipe because that gives you very little control. And I just squash it in to the skin. Going over my lips because I want my lips to have the coverage around them from the foundation, but I will wipe the foundation off my lips before I do anything else. Obviously don't forget your ears. People always forget the ears when they're putting foundation on. So basically you're putting your foundation on just as you would, and I've still got that much left on my hand, so that far too much foundation on my hand for what I need, but that's okay. Right up until the hairline, sort of holding my hair out the way so I don't get it all into the roots. And you can probably see that I'm missing out my under eye area because I don't put foundation there. That is a surefire way to get cakiness underneath your eyes, which you don't want. It's concealer under there only in my book. I will go right to the edge of my eyes there and right up to where my under eye starts. Sometimes I just hold my eye out of the way and try and get some in the corner there, just so that my nose is properly covered. With my eyebrows, although I'm going over my eyebrows with the foundation, again I would wipe my eyebrows clear of foundation before I put any brow products on. And of course, don't forget your chin and into the neck. You don't want a tight line around there. So that's the foundation on. I'm just going to wipe my lips. And then comes the hack. So you put your foundation on first, just like I have, and then we're going to use another brush to make it look flawless. Now, you could use a biggish brush like this, or a very small brush, or a medium-sized brush, but you want it to be quite fluffy. These are from the Katie Jane Use Spectrum range, and it's really important that your brush is clean. So I'm going to go with the medium-sized brush here. Just think that might work well with this. It's very clean, as you can see, and what you're going to do here is very gently run the brush over your face. Just start in the middle and just softly brush it out like this, going everywhere you've put foundation. It's very calming. Now what this is doing is it's taking off any excess, as you can see. So there's foundation there that I didn't need, which I think is relevant for a lot of people because we can all be a bit heavy-handed sometimes with foundation and makeup application, and doing this just helps with that. But what it's actually doing is making the foundation really seamless, because when you use a brush, you can get little brush lines on your face in your foundation, or it might be that you've just missed some areas, or your foundation is not even across the skin, and this is just going to put a stop to all of that. Now if you are a finger person, like you put foundation on with a finger, this will also work for that. I am just a brush girl when it comes to foundation, because I find that I can't be as precise with my fingers, and I can't get the foundation exactly where I want it to be. It's just not what I enjoy doing. So I use a brush to put my foundation on, and then I'll use something like this to make sure it's all as smooth and nicely placed as it can be. And then that is all you need to do. Your foundation is going to look absolutely flawless. So what I'm going to do just to finish this off is to put some concealer on. I wouldn't normally do this until I've got my eyes sorted, but obviously I'm not putting eye makeup on today, so I'm just going to put some on. With my concealer, I always get it right into the corner of the eyes, trying to be not particularly heavy-handed. Just dotting it around at the start to see how that comes, and I'll put it around my nose and anywhere else I think I might need it, perhaps. And then I'll take a concealer brush, this is actually a finishing brush I think, and just gently tap and brush that in. I've not been having a lot of sleep recently, so my under eyes are not looking great, and I'm pulling that strange putting your concealer on face. I'm not sure you can put concealer on without doing that. Then I'll push it in with the brush in the other places that I've put it. Now this concealer is also by NARS. This is their Radiant Cream Concealer in Custard. It's quite a light shade, but I do like it. Then what I'm going to do is take the smaller brush that I had earlier, and I'm just going to brush, not on top of the concealer, but sort of the line between the concealer and the foundation, because I want that to be seamless too. I don't want it to look like the foundation's gone to there and then the concealer is above. I want it all to look pretty joined up. I'll do the same here, where I put it for exactly the same reason. And that is the hack. Lovely flawless foundation. Now I will go on now to put the rest of my makeup on, which I'm not going to do today because that's not the point of this video. But I hope you found that really useful. It's such an easy hack. You need a clean brush basically, and it's going to make your foundation look lovely. So I encourage you all to give this a go. It is so easy, and please, once you have given it a go, put some comments down below. Let me know how you got on. I'd love to know what you felt about doing it, whether you liked doing it, and what the results were. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.